Or do I repeat that?
Yeah. So yeah, well, Ultimo Dragon, man. He takes on Chavo Guerrero.
So this one's funny. Eddie comes out with him and starts saying that grandma was kicked out of an event because
Her
her
grandson's a
grandson's a
disgrace.
loser, and their uncle as well. He's like, he got kicked out of the lowrider club because his
Yeah.
nephew's a loser. So Eddie Guerrero really was building himself up as a heel, man, and he was really hated. Like, you felt bad for Chavo, man. You know?
Eddie's really showing his personality here, which we hadn't seen at the beginning of WCW, or he hadn't really shown much throughout his career. But you know what? If you look back, I've gone back and watched a lot of older wrestling from different territories, and one of his brothers, Hector Guerrero, was like very charismatic, very much like how Eddie becomes. So I think he was inspired maybe by
By
like
his
his
brother.
brothers, who were awesome heels on the mic. They were
When
really
you
awesome heels. And yeah, so Eddie, you know, uh how underrated is he? Like one of the
he
best
was
on the mic, one of the best in the ring.
he was
WCW, he never really got the push that he deserved. But even if he didn't get the push he deserved, we still get these great segments, you know? At least
absolutely.
he still shines. Everything he does is
And
memorable.
not only that, he pushed, like, they pushed him, and bro, he made a real big name out of himself in WWE.
Yeah, exactly. They
That's where
gave him a
Eddie
chance
ended
in
his legacy
WWE.
big time, and they put him. He's won the
He beat Brock
title.
Lesnar for the world title. How
Yeah,
many
dude.
people
So
can say that?
that's huge. That's huge. So rest in peace. Eddie was definitely a legend. Is a legend. So WCW was just, you saw his wrestling, just his wrestling alone, minus all his segments and his promos. He was just an amazing wrestler.
Oh yeah, definitely in the ring, one of the best of all time for
So
sure.
Chavo doesn't come out in attire. He comes out in his boots and jeans. Ultimo Dragon, always cool as a cat, goes back and forth, picks up the win.
Yeah, Dragon was like definitely like higher up in the pecking
Yeah,
order.
yeah, he was a
So
veteran
like that was kind of
compared to
obvious,
Chavo.
but
Yeah, for
Chavo
sure.
looked good.
That definitely showcased his good wrestling. So we go back now to Uncensored to see, Gene Okerlund calling Dean a loser. So this is the era where, like, the where Dean Malenko, we felt bad for him. They were
Yeah, it's
making this.
like, oh, like his career's over. He was such a good wrestler. Like we
Definitely
wish he was
not.
still back.
Yeah, like, oh, baby la la, oh, like they're trying to do that shit on him.
Yeah, get
Um,
sympathy for Dean Malenko. Yeah, like a lot though. They're really trying to get a lot of sympathy for Dean Malenko. It's kind of weird.
and they do it too in WWE with Lita. Remember?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
understand why.
He
Why
has
out
a
of
weird.
everyone, like, dude,
They
Dean
put him
Malenko's
in
such a
weird storylines.
he was a serious guy, bro. Like, he was like the Steve Blackman
Oh
of
yeah,
WCW, bro.
the
Which
Iceman.
the Iceman, bro, the man of a thousand holds, arm lock, a foot lock. Oh, Jericho, hilarious. But
Yeah,
so they hit that segment up, and then we jump to Lex Luger versus none other than the Repo Man, though, with Barry Darso.
Barry
So,
Darso.
dude, I saw Barry Darso and I almost shat my pants. To be honest, dude, I was like, "What the fuck, Barry
Just
Darso?" I was
wrestling
like, "The
in tights.
Repo Man." Yeah, man. So the Repo Man. So that just shows
He's a
you
big guy.
he is
And you
big,
know what?
and
I can say this. Out of the last two matches, I met one guy in each. I've met Barry Darso before,
that's awesome.
and I met Chavo Guerrero. I met Barry Darso when Demolition came to Montreal for an indie show, for a show league called TOW. And Chavo Guerrero, I met him twice. Well, 2 days in a row, once in Montreal and then once in Ottawa. He was on tour. I got to work on a show with
Dude,
Chavo.
that's amazing, for
Yeah,
real, man.
but Barry Darso, I'm telling you, in real life, is a fucking big guy. He's huge, and you see here, like Luger doesn't look huge compared to Darso. And like last week, they put him against, who was it? Fuller. who was
Yeah, the
like
big guy. Yeah, who was
like
pretty big,
100 pounds
equally
bigger
big.
than Luger.
Yeah, he was equally big. So again, Luger wasn't Luger. Luger. Luger wasn't like they weren't giving him little jobbers.
No, no,
You know,
no.
like they
Barry
were giving him
Darso's a
big
huge
guys.
dude here.
So definitely credible.
Yeah, and yeah, Luger at this time, he's not really feuding with anyone. He's not really getting involved in the NWO. He's helping Sting out here and there, but mostly they're making him like on his own, just beating jobbers, just staying credible, Yeah. So then the next match was Kurt Hennig and Brian Adams taking on British Bulldog and Jim Neidhart. I
So they're
found this
feuding now.
match so like an old WWF match,
It was. Come on, man. All like just the roster itself was classic. Come on, you had Kona Crush, Mr. Perfect, and you had part of the Hart Foundation. This felt like 1992, 1993, bro.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like those
that
early 90s WWF guys. It definitely is.
But definitely entertaining because
Oh,
it was
and Rick
good
Rude on the
wrestlers.
outside as well.
Bro, my
Another-
God, ravishing. But
And then we get
great
Bret
match.
Hart, the ultimate
Bret Hart,
early 90s
bro.
WWF
Yo,
guy.
for real, huh? Superstar. Great match, by the way. It was great feud, to be honest. It was like they're bringing back the classic WWE vibes.
This one is like, yeah, it's like it could have even happened almost in WWE.
This was a filler, but a good filler. So
one thing I find awkward in this whole feud, though, is like normally it's like Hennig and Rude are working together, but then whenever they need a guy in a match, they bring in Brian Adams.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
like, he's
Brian
not really,
Adams.
like in the feud, but he's
No,
like,
they're yeah. Even last show, he came out like so. It's because they're like, go fill in or something. You know, they're like, you go out. It's just
yeah, because they literally just need another guy for a tag match.
plus they also
I
know
think
each
they
other
did rock
probably.
paper scissors. Him and Scott Norton. Who gets
Probably,
this?
probably, and Brian's probably familiar with all those guys. He worked
Oh
with all
yeah,
of
for
them,
sure.
so they're just like, nice, let's go have fun. So yeah, definitely they used to throw in Brian Adams, Kona Crush out there.
Who
Henning,
we see actually lasts from this time till the
the
end
Chronic,
of WCW. Who
Chronic, man.
Yeah,
We get a nice
He
Henning
made some
Plex.
good money. He made some good money.
We get a nice Henning Plex. Gets picked up. The win gets picked up by Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, aka. Bret Hart again comes out. So Bret Hart's been coming out to save these guys always,
To
right?
brawl, but like that's one thing I don't understand. Why not have Bret wrestle? They're like,
Yeah.
we're gonna save it, but like
He's getting
so
paid well,
paid
dude.
well, yeah.
He's just so paid, bro. He was on top with the Goldberg and Sting. Like he had a big contract, so I'm sure it's because he wasn't lazy or anything. But WCW probably said,
No.
"Yo, bro." They're like, "Dude, take it easy for real." Like they just wanted him so badly from WWE.
Just to have his name, just to be
Just
like,
to
we
have his
Bret
name. So
Hart.
they're like, bro, just do some matches. If you realize, Brett mostly wrestled on pay-per-views.
And
He did some Thunder.
I think a lot on Thunder.
He did a lot of Thunder too. Nitro, I don't know if like he took Mondays off, or like a real Canadian with his family or something, but he would come out and do a bit of fighting, brawling. So
Yeah,
great match.
hopefully we see more of him wrestling. Yeah, so then our next match, another awesome cruiserweight match.
Very entertaining. Probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, me too. Jericho against Juventud Guerrera. So what did you think about this match?
Man, it just started back and forth.
Hoovy, like when they took off his mask, he really started to shine.
Yeah,
Before that,
babyface.
when he was masked, he was like in like category with like Silver King.
Yeah.
The lower card cruiserweights.
Because once he unmasked, he started working on himself. And you know, when you're masked, it's hard to work on it. You can work on a gimmick easily, like Kane, for example, a lot. But
yeah, but it's
I
hard
think
to stand out because there were so many cruiserweights.
That's it.
Masks.
So exactly. So he had lost it, the mask. So he started really building a name for himself. Man, this match was, and like big props to Jericho too. This match was back
Jericho
and
was awesome
forth.
at this time.
Amazing. So this match was probably my favorite one. So it was just action packed, high flying, technical. But then we get Prince Iaukea.
Yeah,
who was getting
IAK
pushed.
comes out, who's feuding with Jericho. And as you said, he's getting a push. I think the 2 weeks preceding this show, we had seen he picked up a win. So he's going to be going for Jericho's cruiserweight title. And he comes out and he throws in the towel for Hoovy. And so which makes Jericho win by submission. I think maybe Hoovy turns heel eventually.
It looks I'm not sure, to be honest, but
Maybe
the
later
ending,
on, but
yeah, probably.
yeah,
For
I
now
think
he's
this
still a
was
babyface.
really Hoovy's rise to because he gets really popular. Hoovy,
Big
you
time.
always know he's going to put on a good match.
I think
There's
he
a lot of these
turns
guys.
I think he turns a heel and then becomes a good babyface until the end. If I remember.
Then he joins Filthy Animals
Then he
and
joins Filthy Animals and I think still remains a face. So Jericho picks up the win, super entertaining. So they're building up as well Ikea versus Jericho
yeah, for the pay-per-view.
for the
They're building
cruiserweight.
up towards this pay-per-view.
That's it, which is
It looks
normal, which
good.
is what they're supposed to do. It shouldn't be like in 2000.
Yeah.
And then we jump to Scott Steiner, who obviously comes out with Vincent versus Sick Boy. So you knew Sick Boy was going to get murdered
Yeah.
by Scott, because Scott is coming out now as the big bad booty, big Papa Pump, I think, big Papa Pump. So he's still in his douchebaggy
Singlet. And he has like some trophy that they don't even explain what it is. It looks like a bodybuilding trophy.
Wow.
Vincent's holding it for him. They don't even really explain that. I think Scott Steiner is really at the beginning stages of forming his character here.
Yeah, so that's it. He's a powerhouse. So they're building him as a powerhouse now, dude, because he's fucking huge. By this time, he's already massive.
He picks up the win, of course, against Sick Boy, as we said. And then I looked into Sick Boy because I was like, what happened with this guy? Now, let's just talk a little bit about what happened with Sick Boy. When WCW acquired WWE, I mean, when WWE bought WCW, apparently they signed Sick Boy. I don't even remember Sick Boy being in WCW in 2000.
Even 99, dude.
99. Apparently he was still signed. WWE signed him, kept him in developmental for a while. And his real name in real life is something Vic. Okay. And they had a lot of WWE at one point. We're going to do something with this guy. And how they were going to introduce him is that his sister was going to be a character called Katie Vic.
Oh my God.
Which they actually did introduce to the show.
Oh my God.
But then this guy, Vic, Sick Boy, he had some underwhelming dark matches. So they just decided to fire him and scrap the whole storyline.
X him.
But we are left with this memory of his sister who made an appearance on Raw.
Man.
The necrophilia angle.
Dude, super. I don't know how that, like, never would that happen today.
Yeah, so Sick Boy, that's what happened with his career.
That's very interesting. I did not know that. I never even thought of going to research him. And if I would have read that, dude, I would have been like, what the fuck? Seriously?
Me too.
That's crazy.
Like...
We were just talking about Katie Vic last time and how inappropriate that angle was.
It all links back up here, yeah.
As they say in French, très banal comme angle. SC. So
now we're brought up to our main event.
Which I was hyped for, to be honest.
I forgot that Michael Buffer was on every Nitro. I remembered him being on every pay-per-view. I forgot he was on every Nitro.
Dude, he had a good salary and he gets paid well. Even in boxing, dude, Ted had the money. WCW had the cash to pay this guy, bro. This guy got paid.
Fireworks. You've got cheerleaders. You've got a mascot. You've got Michael Buffer.
Bro, commercials all over, man. 1-800-COLLECT, Pennzoil, everything, bro. The gum, that famous gum, Surge. They had a lot of tie-ins, bro, man. Gecko, the insurance.
Yeah.
Dude,
no, for sure. Yeah, it was.
They got a lot of sponsors.
It was like rolling really good.
Like you had Ted Turner behind you, bro. So you had a bunch of hookups, and you had the whole the cable, bro. Cable TV was powerful. The internet.
But at this time, cable TV still
cable TV is what now TikTok is and Facebook and Instagram, right? So they had that power. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
man, for
that's
sure.
that's a very good way of comparing it for sure.
For the
For
new gen
sure.
and the old gen. So Sting versus Nash,
Main event.
main
Finally,
event
we see Sting main event
as a main event, last match for sure.
defending the
Uh,
title.
against Kevin, big sexy
Nash
Kevin
comes out
Nash.
with Conan. Another step towards going towards the Wolfpack.
Yes, because he was one of
Because we
the.
see Scott Hall's not here at the time, but we're seeing Conan be like Nash's buddy in this whole NWO feud. And when Nash comes out, he's wearing a Savage t-shirt.
Yeah,
He
a Macho Man
also
shirt.
is going to be in the Wolfpack. Yeah, we don't see much cheating. It's like a straight up match. Nash is turning face here, basically for the first time in his WCW run. And one thing that's weird, throughout this whole time when we haven't seen Scott Hall, Nash and Hall are the tag team champions. That's why we haven't seen the tag team titles defended.
Right, and they're still the champions.
Yeah, they haven't stripped them of the titles.
That's true.
Yeah.
And you're right, because if you remember near the end of the match, Nash was about to powerbomb Sting for the victory, and people got up from their seats and cheered hard.
Yeah, people
for
are getting
Nash.
behind Nash.
And don't forget, Nash was a villain, but now they're seeing him as a babyface because he's revolting against
Hogan and
Hogan
Bischoff,
and
yeah.
the NWO and Bischoff. So I was very surprised for the crowd to go crazy. Obviously, I love Sting; he's my boy. But that people got up for him and they were cheering like as if he was gonna win the title. So the end.
At one point, it looked like this was a good
going.
match. You know, it was a good main event. It looked like it could have gone either way.
Also,
Yeah, but then of course Hogan comes in for the DQ, so Sting ends up winning by DQ.
But that screws Nash, and Nash gets mad. And
Yeah,
this is where you see him put his hands on Hogan. He shoves him, and that's where I think now you clearly
yeah,
know.
and you see Conan goes with Nash.
Yeah, because he's tapping him and he's hugging him, and Nash is talking to him, grabbing him, saying, "All right." So now you I think see who might leave and stab him in the back, as Nash said previously. On
And
Nitro.
like in the NWO, the cool factor guys of the NWO were definitely Hall, Nash, Six when he was there, but Six is gone, and Conan was like cool. You know what I mean?
Right.
So then you're seeing like the cool guys drift off, and that's why when they separated the two NWOs, I think they thought it would look like equal, but the thing is, they left all the guys in NWO black and white that weren't cool. Like
no, yeah, they should have left some big, because it's true that was a grade B, I think, B side, NWO B
it felt
side.
like it was like Hogan and then all the like loser guys.
Exactly, and Wolfpack had, bro, come on, they had crazy members. They had Luger, Sting, bro. They
Savage,
had Savage, Nash, Conan made a name out for himself. I think Disco joins them too later
one
on,
point, yeah, he
99.
does.
Jeez. So, but what's cheap is all the NWO came in, attacked the shit out of Sting, and that's where we see Piper and the
Yeah,
Giant come out. And
Yeah, big brawl, the
defense.
baby faces. Yeah, like
Garbage in the
oh
ring.
yeah, maybe more garbage than we've seen like in any other
Equally to
ending.
Bash at the Beach 96, I think. Probably a little less or even
Like
equal.
half the ring
on
is
track.
stained with beer at the end, like from like half full beers or full beers thrown into the ring.
So as we cut off, we still see Nash and Hogan arguing, and
Yeah,
we know that
we
the
know
end
where
of the
that's going. Yeah,
NWO.
so they're building up this building up basically the formation of the Wolfpack, which is really
Yeah.
cool. It's really cool to see.
So,
Yeah.
Prez, I gave the show an 8 on 10, solid, because there was a lot of good wrestling. The feuds were good. Solid 8 on 10.
Yeah, me too. Same thing. 8 on 10. Another solid Nitro. Yeah, it's been really good. I just want to check back one thing here quickly. Yeah, we had one tag match on the whole night. Well, no, and then we had one 6-man tag. But yeah, it feels like there was a lot of singles matches. But yeah, we saw like different guys from the roster mix it up. It's cool. It's cool to go back and watch these nitros because like a lot of times when people go back and watch old stuff, it's only like the pay-per-views. But like
Yeah, exactly. And bro, don't forget in '98, if we're watching live, okay, all Kidman's fighting,
Lenny
Lodi, all
Lane,
right,
mm,
Lenny Lane, sorry, and then you're like, all right, cool. Where's Macho Man? Where's Hogan? Where's that? So now seeing it, you can appreciate it because it was good wrestling. Like
oh
it
yeah,
was
yeah,
good
yeah.
matches.
Especially the undercard is
The
awesome.
undercard was amazing. I think that is probably the best part of most of the shows, man. That beefy mid card roster, bro, was just great.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So yeah, that'll be it for this week, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you join us again next week where we will review the next Nitro.
For life.
Yeah, and then we'll eventually get to Spring Stampede, and then we'll keep on probably with this 98 because it's really good
That's so
stuff.
good. Too
And
good.
yeah, we invite you to watch it yourself because there's no better way to enjoy it than enjoying it yourself. So for the Stinger, I'm the Prez. Have yourselves a nice evening and
Easy.